Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 11th Annual Bickel and Brewer New York University International Public Policy Forum Finals. My name is Andrea Burnett, and I am the IPPF Program Coordinator. We want to say greetings to everyone here at the Harold Pratt House in New York, and we also want to say hello to those of you who are joining us as we stream these proceedings live over the internet. Before we begin the final debate, I'd like to share the story of this global debate competition. The International Public Policy Forum was founded in 2001 by the national litigation firm of Bickel and Brewer and is now jointly administered by the firm and New York University. The IPPF is the only contest that gives students across the globe the opportunity to engage in written and oral debates on issues of public policy. The contest is open to all schools, public and private, for free. More than 300 high schools representing 42 states and 34 foreign countries registered for this year's contest. These teams then submitted qualifying round essays in October on the topic, Resolved, Human Missions Should Be a Significant Focus of Space Exploration. The top 32 teams advanced into a single elimination written debate contest. They volleyed papers back and forth via email, with judges reviewing the essays and selecting a winning team. Over the course of 6 months, the field was narrowed from 32 teams to 16, and finally to just 8. The Elite 8 teams have traveled to New York City on an all-expenses-paid trip as guests of the Bickel and Brewer Foundation. Throughout the morning, they supplemented the written debates they've produced with oral advocacy, competing in a series of one-on-one debates. At this time, we'd like to take a few moments to recognize these schools. Our quarterfinalists are the Home Educators Outsourcing Solution from Plano, Texas, Brooklyn Technical High School from here in New York, Peak to Peak Charter School from Lafayette, Colorado, and St. Mark's School of Texas from Dallas, Texas. Our semifinalists are Team Singapore and Notre Dame High School from Sherman Oaks, California. Let's give a round of applause to these 6 schools before we introduce our final 2. Competing this afternoon in our final debate will be Lakewood High School from Lakewood, Colorado, who will be debating in the affirmative. The Lakewood High School team is coached by Gregory Davis, and today's debaters are Julia Mihailova, Joanna Clark, and Amanda Sopkin. Debating in the negative will be Team Czech Republic. Team Czech Republic is coached by Irina Kotakova, Simon Podhajski, Linka Habyatinova. The debaters are Jacob Longer, Margareta Klubnova, and Jacob Zajcek. Now, as many of you know, the IPPF finals are being broadcast live on the internet. In fact, our internet viewers will be able to cast an online vote for the team they believe should take home the $10,000 grand prize. And now to introduce our distinguished moderator and our judges. Our moderator for this round will be Mr. Will Baker. Mr. Baker brings 25 years of experience in policy debate and nonprofit management to his position as CEO of the Impact Coalition. He also serves as Executive Director of the Associated Leaders of Urban Debate. Mr. Baker is an adjunct professor at New York University and is coach of the award-winning NYU debate team. Mr. Baker also oversees Baker Consulting Services, which specializes in nonprofit advocacy and infrastructure development. Mr. Baker is a member of the IPPF Advisory Board. On our judging panel, we have NASA astronaut Mike Massimino. Mr. Massimino is a veteran of 2 space shuttle missions, including the historic last mission to repair the Hubble Space Telescope. As a mission specialist, Mr. Massimino has logged a total of 571 hours and 47 minutes in space, including more than 30 hours of spacewalks. Mr. Massimino has a number of advanced degrees, including a doctorate of philosophy and mechanical engineering from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. We are also joined by Mr. Earl Lewis, who is Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer of FLIR Systems, Incorporated, a world leader in the design, manufacture, and marketing of sensor systems that enhance perception and awareness. Prior to joining FLIR, Mr. Lewis served in various capacities at Thermo Instrument Systems, Incorporated, with his last role as President and Chief Executive Officer. Mr. Lewis is a member of the Board of Directors of Harvard Biospace, Next Stage Medical, and American DG Energy. He is also a trustee of Clarkson University and New Hampton School. Mr. Lewis holds a Bachelor's of Science from Clarkson College of Technology and has attended postgraduate programs at the University of Buffalo, Northeastern University, and Harvard University. We're also joined by Mr. William Brewer III. Mr. Brewer co-founded the national litigation firm of Bickle and Brewer in 1984. Since that time, he has earned a national reputation as one of the most successful lawyers in the United States, practicing exclusively in the field of complex commercial litigation and dispute resolution. Mr. Brewer is also a co-founding partner of the Bickle and Brewer Foundation. A former debater himself, Mr. Brewer helped found the International Public Policy Forum and now serves on its advisory board. In 2008, he was named Communicator of the Year by the National Forensic League. Mr. John Sexton is the 15th president of New York University. He is the Benjamin Butler Professor of Law and NYU Law School's Dean Emeritus, having served as dean for 14 years. President Sexton is chair of the American Council on Education and chair of the New York Academy of Sciences. He is a fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences and a member of the Council on Foreign Relations. He has served as the chairman of the board of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York and was founding chair of the board of the NASD Dispute Resolution. He holds many honorary degrees and has received many awards, including Outstanding High School Debate Coach of the last 50 years. President Sexton has been a member of the IPPF Advisory Board for several years and is a co-sponsor of the annual competition. Sitting next to Mr. Sexton is Miss Melissa Maxey Wade. She has been the Director of Forensics at Emory University since 1972 and is a faculty member in the Division of Educational Services. Ms. Wade has authored more than 150 publications on debate pedagogy, arguments, and issues, and has coached Emory's Barkley Forum to more than 30 national debate titles. Currently Executive Co-Director of the National Debate Project, she has received every National Coach of the Year honor in her field. Ms. Wade is also the founder of the Urban Debate League in Atlanta and is nationally acknowledged as the country's premier expert on urban debate pedagogy. Ms. Wade is a member of the IPPF Advisory Board. And last but certainly not least, we are joined by Mr. Chris Burke. Mr. Burke is the Director of Debate and a lecturer in political science at the University of Texas at Dallas. He also serves as a consultant at the debatecentral.org at the National Center for Policy Analysis. Over the past decade, he has helped to build one of the most successful intercollegiate debate teams in the United States. His teams have qualified for the National Debate Tournament for 9 years in a row. He has been an instructor at more than 25 sessions of debate institutes, including camps at Michigan State, the University of Texas, Austin, King's Academy of Jordan, and the International Debate Academy in Slovenia. As a college debater at UT Austin, Mr. Burke qualified twice for the National Debate Tournament. And please, a round of applause for our distinguished judges. We will now turn things over to Mr. Will Breaker, who will get our proceedings underway.
Thank you, Andrea. We're going to begin today's debate with the opening presentations by both teams, followed by team cross-examination, then a question period for our judges, and concluding with rebuttal statements. So without further delay, we will have the opening speech from the affirmative, which will last up to 8 minutes.